Hey, thanks for tuning in to Twang and Bang. If you haven't seen my brass to face video showing the problems I was having with this Gen 4 G17, now would be a really good time to click here and watch it. This is a follow-up to that video. In this video, I'm going to show you how the ejection pattern has changed, both with spear, lom, and range ammo and my carry ammo. I'm also going to show you slow motion footage of the ejection, and that's what's coming up next on Twang and Bang. So it's crazy windy out here. We got Hurricane Sandy blowing through the range, and we've got a number of people using the other bays here, so you're going to hear other gunfire. But I wanted to get footage of the ejection pattern now that Glock has had a chance to try and fix the problem. They actually went ahead and replaced every single internal part. And they didn't replace the slide, they didn't replace the barrel, they didn't replace the frame. And that's just about it. I've run about 200 rounds through the pistol to warm it up and give the parts a chance to settle in. Let's see what the ejection looks like now. I like it. Sweet. I like it. I gotta look at the footage, but I certainly wasn't getting beamed by any brass. Way to go, Glock! So it's actually pretty hard to see the cases flying through the air when I look at the screen on the back of that camera at the range. When I got home and I looked at it on a big screen, I saw the same thing you did. The ejection was still kind of erratic, but I can deal with that as long as I'm not getting beamed with the brass. What was really interesting to me was that the first 150 rounds were like the first 100 rounds of my Gen 4 G23. I was getting beamed with brass, and I thought, man, they didn't fix it at all. But the more I shot it, the more to my right, the more forward the ejection got. So it seemed that in this case, the gun needed some break-in to get good ejection. So I'm pretty happy with what I got with the spear lawman. Let's take a look at my carry ammo. Baby. So that was different. Not just that it wasn't beating me in the face, but it was shooting pretty high in the air. That's different than the way this gun behaved before I started getting the brass to face. I mean, I was still getting like what you would consider a pretty normal ejection over 330, 4 o'clock with that Winchester Ranger T series. But again, I'll take it as long as it's not hitting me in the face. Well, let's take a look at the slow motion footage, and you're going to see there is a big difference in how that case is coming out of the ejection port from before they changed the parts out. So here it was before I sent it off to Glock. As you can see, the case is bouncing off of the ejection port, and this is robbing the case of ejection energy. This could have been what was causing the case to get ejected into my face. But now we're going to see the ejection after I got it back from Glock. And that looks like the case is spinning quite cleanly out of the gun without being robbed of any energy. Now you'll see it's being ejected upwards more than towards the side. But I can accept that as long as it's not being ejected into my face. So in summary, I'll take it. I would love to have ejection patterns like I had when I first got this gun. But with 350 rounds down the pipe after getting this gun back from Glock, I'll be able to deal with ejection that's erratic as long as it's not hitting me in the face. I've got a couple pistol courses coming up, so I'm going to be putting a couple thousand rounds through this pistol in the next month or so. I'll be sure to keep you updated as developments might occur with the ejection pattern. If you like this video, be sure to click the like button and let YouTube know. It really helps me out. Be sure to subscribe to catch my other videos on bows and guns and other cool things. I really appreciate you watching Twang and Bang, and I hope to see you next time.